This video is a travel video. I am going to be going to California to shoot a wedding with Savannah, and in this video I'm also going to explain to you a couple of things that I do with my with YouTube and just how I make videos and the gear that I use. And honestly, one of my favorite pieces of gear that's not super expensive. If you're interested just in that piece of gear, it'll be linked in the description, but also I will talk about it around minute 13 to 14 in this video. If you just want to check that out, then just head to that minute marker and you'll find it. But if you want to watch the entire video, that'd be great too. With all that, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's vlog. I don't know if it's just me, but there's something about going to the airport early in the morning that just makes whatever trip just a lot more exciting. It creates more anticipation. I don't know if it's just getting up before the sunrise and watching the sunrise as you get on a plane to go to a foreign destination or a destination that you don't live in. Whenever we fly, we try to have the earliest flight possible. One, that way when we get somewhere, we actually have a little bit of daylight to be able to do things. But two, a huge side benefit is the airport is almost always empty, especially the Nashville airport at 4 in the morning, which is the time that we had to get up and get to the airport today. We were flying out of Nashville at 4:50 a.m. All that being said, today is a travel day. Savannah and I are going to California for work, and we're only going to be gone for like 5 days. But I honestly can't remember the last time. I can't remember the last time that we've flown, and I'm definitely rusty. I forgot a couple of things that I use for the airplane. Mostly it's a pouch to keep all my stuff in, but I forgot it. It's the first time I've ever forgot it. Normally I'm pretty good at keeping everything together. Yeah, all that being said, that's where we're going. We have a layover right now. We're in Phoenix. We have a layover in Phoenix, and then we're headed to California. I think the next flight's like just under 2 hours. Yeah. Also, side note, this isn't beer. It's like a peach tea or something like that. Yeah. I feel like when you're in an airport, you get to see a side of people that you normally don't see. Like when you travel with people, you see a completely different side of them compared to just seeing like on the weekends or working with them or anything like that. Found this trail system like right by where we're staying, and I've never actually ran it, and it's supposed to be a moderately easy run. And yeah, so all that being said, I decided to give it a shot. One nice thing about California or traveling anywhere really is you get to see like a bunch of different things, like trails, just a lot of, you get to experience things you normally wouldn't experience not traveling. And running is a unique thing to where you get that's an enhanced experience, which is one of the reasons I love running, especially when we travel. Just getting my ice bandana ready because it is kind of hot. Yesterday we went on a little bit of a run, and it was extremely it was very hot. This honestly is probably the best thing that I can suggest to anybody running in any kind of heat that has issues keeping their heart rate down. Okay, and we're off. First little bit up this hill. It's different. If I'm being completely honest, I'm only a half mile in. It's been like complete uphill, and I still have more to do. I'd be lying to say that I'm thinking about turning around, but also I want to like continue. I want to at least hit 4 miles today. But this is like, I haven't been running, so I'm not I think you know what I'm saying without me having to say it. But anyway, my goal is to keep moving. It doesn't matter about the pace or anything else. As long as I'm moving and I'm running or jogging, I'll count that as a victory. If I'm being completely honest, this run was way more, I bit off way more than I could chew. The incline was extremely difficult. But again, I wanted to be out there, and one of the beauties about running like this is it's not about pace, like I said before. It's literally just about being out there and doing your best. And eventually I did make it to the top, which was more than welcomed. Yeah. I finally found the trail that I was looking for. The app that I use is called AllTrails, and it gives you like a grade on like how difficult it is and how steep it is. And this one was moderate, not hard, but going up that, I've ran hard trails before on accident, and that was definitely a hard trail. So I think this is probably the moderate version, or the moderate portion of said trail. I think a lot of these are like you take fire lanes to the trail, and I'm pretty sure that's what that was. That was a fire road, and this is the actual trail right here. I think with runs, it's important to have goals or have like expectations for runs, and mostly for like the amount of effort that you're putting out. And for this run, I want it to be a nice, easy run, because I don't want to go too crazy, especially because I haven't been running for a couple of months. But also, too, I'm probably gonna do another exercise later today, just to like lift a little bit and just to keep developing like skeletal muscle and all that stuff. With all that being said, I don't want to go too crazy, because then you run the risk of taken away from muscle storage instead of like fat storage and carbs and everything else, like it, because the activity is too intense. Your body's not getting enough nourishment from like the fat storage and stuff like that. So all that being said, my goal for this run is to make it a nice, easy run. So right now I'm just waiting for my heart rate to cool down, or to get down below 150 BPM. Right now it's at 170, and then I'll keep going on the run. And sometimes this just happens, at least for me, when I'm running. And I think, again, having goals and expectations for runs is important, because it helps you stick to the plan when you have unexpected obstacles, like running up the side of a mountain, or the grade. I don't even know how steep that was, but it was very steep. This is the kind of trail I was hoping for. Nice and flat, secluded, dirt. This is the kind of running that I love. I just hit 1 mile. Yeah, feeling good. I'm gonna try to do 2 and then turn around. That's the goal. I'm pretty sure this trail just loops around these mountains. This actually isn't the original trail that I looked up. I hopped on a different one. This one is the John Muir Trail, or Muir Trail if you're from here. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful trail. It's really shaded, which I do appreciate. That helps keep you cool. This is really beautiful. I mean, look at this. Like, that's amazing. I know I bitched a lot about getting up here, but once you're up here, it's beautiful. It's just the getting up here this is great. This honestly reminds me a little bit of Montana. Not a ton, but like it has specific features like this right here. Reminds me of running in Montana, which, if you didn't know, running in Montana was probably my favorite things. Or it's probably one of my favorite places to run, to be honest. All right, I'm 1.5 miles in, and I'm feeling much better. That's where I came from. That's what I was running on, but this is actually the trail I was looking for that I found online. And I know that because of this barn right there. So I had to take a trail to get to the trail that I wanted to get on. I'm assuming since this isn't locked, that means I can go in. This is California, so I don't have to worry about some of the things that I would have to normally worry about in the South. If you live in the South, you know what I'm talking about. If not, then just don't worry about it. Okay. Came from way down there, and I have a little bit left till I turn around. I think I'm just gonna do 4 miles today, mostly just because that was my goal, honestly. And if I hit 4 miles, I'll be happy with that. This is beautiful though, look at that. The rest of the run went great. It was a lot easier going down than it was going up, and I finished I was in a pretty good mood after I finished running. I was so glad that I was able to get out there and do that, even though the run did start kind of rocky, but great run. Just doing like a little like weightlifting thing, but Savannah wanted to go walk on some trails, so we found some after we got some coffee, and yeah, now we're at some random place on some random trail walking. They actually have cows, which is kind of it's not a unique thing to this area. There's a lot of farms, and they just let the cows roam around, and there's trails that are all around people's land that kind of go on the borders and everything else. And the fence over there, just over my shoulder, actually, you have to like keep them shut so the cows don't get out. That's like a normal thing for the trails around here, which is yeah, it's pretty unique. Yesterday I had to do that when I found that trail. You have to like make sure everything's just locked back up, which is what I was messing with on that run yesterday. Well, hello. I actually didn't find this trail. Savannah is the one that found it, and it's 100 times better than the one I did yesterday. Like, there's a incline, but it's much more gradual than the one that was than the one I had to do yesterday. I just finished shooting a quick little TikTok video talking about actually this Pocket 3 and the tripod that I'm using on it. It's my favorite tripod for the Pocket 3, and I think it's probably the best one that you can buy, and it's pretty cheap. Yeah, if you're interested in it, I will try to find it on Amazon and link it. I think there's a link for Amazon. I know there's a link for TikTok, but I'll try to find one for Amazon. But yeah, anyway, I use these little these glasses, and between the glasses and this Pocket 3, I barely ever touch my big expensive camera for social media stuff, which is kind of funny because I always want like the best possible quality, but a lot of times convenience and just being able to go on hikes like this with a camera like the Pocket 3 is a really, really good, powerful combination. And then you add the FPV of these Meta glasses, and in my opinion, it's a combination that you can't beat, and it's not that much of an ask to carry it around. Anyway, here's the video if you're interested, and again, the link will be in the description if I found a link for said tripod. If you have a Pocket 3, one of the best upgrades you could do is buying this little tripod from Ulanzi. When you buy it, you have to buy the base plate and the tripod itself, but I think all in all it's under like 15 bucks. But what it allows you to do is you can carry it around like I am on this hike that we're doing, and you can just put it down anywhere and it's completely stable. Like, it's not going anywhere. It allows the tripod to move and function the way that it needs to. And the tripod is also aluminum, so it's like pretty sturdy and built pretty well. And again, under 20 bucks for this, and you can charge your tripod with it, or your Pocket 3 with it. If you're interested, it'll be linked down below. I love this thing, and honestly, I would definitely buy it again if anything ever happened to this one. Again, link down below. This is another random thought with John. On just making videos and everything else. Before I had this Pocket 3 that's on a gimbal, I would always try to not have, if you watch any of the old stuff, I would try to not have a lot of me like walking and talking, because I found that the image stabilization on the Sony, it's good, but it would still feel kind of jarring and shaky, especially with the really wide angle lens. But with this, I'm able to do that, so I don't have to have static shots of me like just talking to camera while you're just sitting still. I still have those because I think they do have a place, and they help with establishing where you are, and it gives your brain a little bit of time to not have to process as much information, but also being able to have something where I can just walk and talk is really, good morning, is really it's really nice, especially for stuff like this. I'm not trying to make this video an ad for the Pocket 3, but also another nice feature is the active track. Right now it's tracking me, and I'm able to just not have to worry about my framing, because I know that I'm in the center or wherever I pre-position myself. Like if I wanted to put myself in the lower third, I could do that, and now it'll keep me just in the third of the frame, especially when I have somebody next to me or like whatever. Yeah, anyway, again, not an ad. I'm just thinking about it, and I'm just kind of, some would say, word vomiting to you. Anyway, if you've ever thought about getting a Pocket 3, or you've ever considered it, even as a first camera, I would recommend it for content creation. I use it for TikTok, for YouTube. I use it for pretty much everything that we do. We even use it for weddings, and it works exceptionally well, and it's very, very reliable, and most importantly, the image is it produces a really solid image when you use the log profile. Yeah, anyway, go get one I'll put a link down below if you're interested, but yeah, anyway, it's a good camera.